Welcome to the week 4 training. We'll got a lot of clips to look at today, so we'll just dive right into it. This first section is going to be called fouls we called that we ought not call. So the first play here, we throw a block in the back there, and that's just a lot of nothing. Probably anticipated something there. Maybe anticipated a blindside block that wound up not being there. It's not a blindside block just because that's not forceful enough contact. And you can't really call that a block in the back either, because there's just not much there. Not enough for a block in the back. Alright, let's watch this player. The call is a blindside block, and it's hard to see from this angle, but he probably puts his arms out there. It looks like, from the back at least, it looks like he gets a good arm extension. And remember, if you put your arms out, and you initiate the contact with open hands, you can hit him as hard as you want, just as long as it's open hands. So it looks like from here that's just a good open hand hit. So we probably should let that one go as well. Call here is going to be DPI. Just not a whole lot there. Remember, flag guarding is no longer, face guarding is no longer a foul. So there's no real substantial contact. The receiver's got both hands up in the air, so we don't have any arm restriction there. I don't see any holding. Receiver's got a great shot at the ball, just a little overthrown. So again, I got nothing. Same thing here, we're going to get DPI in the end zone. Hard to see from that angle, but the end zone angle gives us a good look. Yeah, again, there's nothing going on right there. So again, we get to ask the question: is the defender trying to keep the receiver from getting to the ball, or the ball from getting to the receiver? And I don't see anything there to indicate he's trying to keep the receiver from getting to the ball. If it was a little bit underthrown like that, we don't bail out the quarterback in that instant. Here's one from the Corky Kell. We're going to go back a few weeks. We get a fair catch, and then there's just a little bump and wrap up. Not much of that. And then we get the flag for the late hit. Let's let this one go. Number one, we'll break it down here. That's not much of a fair catch. That's actually an invalid fair catch. So if the player's just gonna kind of give a little wave like that, he's not gonna get the benefit of the doubt. And his little stutter step there kind of makes it look like if you're going full speed, especially if you're the K player, it kind of looks like he's about to take off with it. So again, getting a little benefit of the doubt there. And this is just not really much of a hit. He wraps up and then lets go. That's not enough to constitute a 15-yard penalty. So should probably let that one go as well. Alright, remember last year we had some plays about a punch shield. Here again, let me just go ahead and go to the end zone angle. Watch the action on the punch shield. So, if the rusher is going to leave his feet like that, then we're going to ignore any kind of block below the waist. Because they're putting themselves in danger by leaving their feet. So we're just going to ignore that. If they're going to leave their feet and try to leap over the shield like that, that's on them. So good job ignoring that. Alright, we're in obvious onside kick formation here. You can see the deeps, the wings. and then you got our player on the restraining line. Remember, they have to be behind the restraining line. So if they're on it like he is, it's a foul. It's not a foul until the ball is kicked. So, preventive officiating, yell at them, try to talk to them, try to get them to back up. If they're not listening, whatever, at that point, we'll just let it go. Then as soon as the ball is kicked, now we got a foul. So you just kill it then and drop the flag. And then it's like the kick never happened, of course. So back them up 5 yards, free kick. Now let's fast forward to after the play, and then let's watch some action in this area. Watch these two players here. He's going to get up, and then he's going to throw the punch there. Remember, you don't have to land the punch. You just got to throw it. So good job by the deep official here to be on the lookout for that. That ball officiating, he sees it, throws it. Good job there. But yeah, just throwing a punch like that is going to get you ejected. So good job of seeing that after the play. Alright, referee does a good job of stopping the play here. You see, he's got his hand, he's a covered lineman, got his hand on the ground. Now he's going to take his hand on the ground, pick it up, run over here. That is illegal. Good job of the officials there shutting that play down and not letting it get off. Remember, a kick is a kick is a kick. So our player is going to muff it, and then it goes into the end zone. As soon as it goes into the end zone, it's now dead. So the officials do stop it here, as you can see. So, a kick is a kick is a kick. And you would wind the clock on that. So like he's doing, just once it goes in the end zone, it is dead. Kick is a kick is a kick. You can see a better angle look here. See, it's crossed the goal line, so at this point it is now dead. This is correctly officiated here. You got 2 minute motion. It is just flag, let the play go on. Because defense, if this is a fumble and the defense picks it up, they can decline the motion and take the ball. So that's why we let the play go and then just pick it up. We can pick up the flag and wait and decline it if they somehow recover the ball, or if they don't, like in this case, they can take the penalty. Or if it's something like this, you could decline the penalty and you still get lost yardage, and you don't have to repeat it down. So make sure the coach has all his options on that. But that is why we let it go. Keep going. Only let the play keep going. This is one of those plays that look really bad at full speed. And even when you slow it down, this is a tough one. Because by rule here, you do have an illegal blindside block. The defender doesn't see it coming. There's no open hands. The question, is it a forceful hit? I mean, that's where I kind of get a little hesitant here, because I want to say it's a forceful hit, but it's hard to tell because they're both kind of running full speed. When you're running full speed like that, any kind of glancing blow can look harder than it is. So this is a tough one to call. I think by rule it is an illegal blindside block. So it's tough. It's one of those. A few years ago, that's nothing. But now, gotta call it. Alright, so we had some of this last week, the training video. When I made that video, I wasn't aware 100% what y'all are taught in camps by the wings. So what you guys are taught by in the wing section at camps is you make the formation legal, and then if you have to throw a foul for an eligible downfield or something like that, you'll throw it. So if this guy is off the line of scrimmage, then we have 5 in the backfield, right? You have 1, 2, 3, 4. So if he's off, that's 5. But pre-snap, you make him legal. So we just consider him on the line of scrimmage. Now he's downfield. You see he's more than 3 yards downfield. Now we got a forward pass. As you can see, the line judge there, or headline judge there, now throws his flag for an eligible downfield. That is the correct way to officiate it, as you guys are taught in the camps. So this is good. Here's another example of when it doesn't become a foul. So you can't see, but off screen there is a wideout. And again, he's either on this wideout that we can't see, but either be on the line or off. If he's off the line, you got 5 in the backfield. If he's on, then this guy is covered. But the pass is behind the line of scrimmage. So the eligible downfield wouldn't matter at that point. So he's good at that point. You make it legal and move on. If you're going to have a holding by this wideout, remember we teach you feet? If the feet are between the defender and the ball carrier, you know, there's a lot more leniency on holding. Here, the feet are beat, and then he's going to grab them and restrict them. So that would be holding. And then you got the fumble, recovered by white. So they would decline the holding anyway, but you would still have a holding on that part, by that white out. So once his feet are beat, you know, he's now grabbing and restricting. Let's play a couple of things to look at this play. So we have a question of whether or not we have a blindside block coming right here, right there. Watch number 66. It is forced. Remember a week or two ago we did say you can have a blindside block from the front if the defender's attention isn't focused on that blocker. Here I think it is, because you see kind of at the last minute he tries to avoid it. So that would be a good legal blindside block. Well, not really blindside block if you saw it coming. But it's a legal block. And so hopefully we saw that and we made the correct judgment on not to throw the flag. And then here it's kind of a weird block in the back, but nonetheless it's still a block in the back. Because you're going to have, looks like he pushes him in the back and definitely pushes him out of the way. It's definitely the point of contact. So, I mean, it looks weird, it looks funny. That's probably going to come from your deep guy, because your short wing right there is focused on the runner. So, good job there if we called it. And then I would not throw this little minor face mask right there. It doesn't really grab anything, just kind of glances. So, and I know we got the 5-yard rule, but you still want that to be kind of like you still want to grab for that. Alright, let's look at these chain of events here. Let's watch the chains. So we have a first down. We're going to run this play. And then the umpire is going to throw a flag right there. So probably a hold is what we're going to, let's just assume it's a hold. That's what I think it is. So you got a hold at the 45. So the next play, you can see we're at the 35. Still got a first down, so we had a hold. So we're going to repeat the down. And complete the pass. Give him forward progress. Good spot. So this should be second down. Now watch the box. The box guy flips the third right before the snap. I'm going to run up the middle for no gain. Next play, box is showing fourth down. and they're in punt formation, but it should be third down. May not be able to see the coach at the bottom of the screen. There he is. Looks like he's asking. I think we get a timeout or something and ready to stop the clock and talk about it. Next play, we're still at fourth down. So we've got to, there's at least 6 of us on the field. We all got to know the down situation. We got to communicate with it. I don't know the situation on the field here. I don't know if the officials told the box guy to flip it or if he flipped it on his own. But we gotta keep up with the downs ourselves, and we gotta keep an eye on the box, because these are not officials running chains during the regular season. They are parents, boosters, fans, whatever. So we have to keep an eye on them and make sure they're doing what they're supposed to do. He may not have done it on purpose. He may just thought because they don't know the rules like we do. But we just got to keep an eye on it because we missed it down here. So, and it cost them. All right, watch these 2 receivers down here at the bottom. I'm going to say that's an offensive pass interference. Remember, we taught you in the camps, in the red zone, we hold our keys longer. One reason because we're looking for offensive pass interference. We're looking for those screens. And I think that is a purposeful block downfield, and the pass is definitely beyond the line of scrimmage. He has a right to his route, but the way he lays his shoulder in there, that was purposeful. That is a block downfield. So this should be offensive pass interference. And that would be, so we got a crew of 7. That's going to be your field judge. So you're not going to move off your key there. You're going to hold that key longer. So you're going to be the one making that judgment call. But I think it's definitely offensive pass interference. So let's watch. This is fourth down, by the way. Watch our chains. Our line of the gain is the 33. And the receiver is going to leap from about the 32, catch the ball at 35. So we give them the spot of where they gain possession if they're driven back like that. So we got, at first, the headline judge marks at 34. Then he says, no, 33. We can't see. He's just out of your frame. I can see him on my screen. I don't think you guys can see him. But the line judge is marking at the 34. So we have 1 on the 33, 1 on the 34. And really, it should be the 35. Because that's where he gained possession. And remember, this is a turf field. So, if we had the stake on the 33 and we're spotting at the 33, then we're within this first down because that's where we're playing from. What happened, and I forgot to put the next clip on here, but what happened was there's a turnover on downs. Team in white got the ball first down, but they put the ball in play on the 33, which was the line of the game, as you can see. So I don't know what happened there. But the correct spot should have been the 35, which would have been a turnover on downs. Alright, let's watch another sequence. So take note of our chains. The back stake is on the 37, and the line of the gain is going to be at the 27. Alright, so nope, just mark where our chains are. Alright, so we drop the chains. Good thing we have a clip, right? So we can set the chains back in the right spot. That's why we have a clip. Alright, now look where the chains are. Remember, we're supposed to go to 27. That's the new line. That was the line of the game. Well, we set chains up, and we moved it up a yard. So we're giving them, we marked the spot at the 27, which is the line of the game. So it should have been a first down. Since we didn't set the chains back up right, we moved it up a yard. So now we got third down and 1. We should have first and 10. And then as we'll see, we're going to have an incomplete pass. So now we got a fourth down. It should still be first and 10. We're going to have a field goal attempt. Timeout. So we still haven't corrected our error. This is the end of the game. You can tell from the celebration, field goal was missed. But it should have been a first down. So we have got to make sure that we are setting chains back where they're supposed to be. So the clip is 4. Let's make sure we're using the clip correctly. Alright, last play. We're going to have a rare defensive block in the back. Right there. Now, a lot of people think defense can't block in the back, but they can. That is a block in the back. Should be called. Rarely does it happen, defensive block in the back, but it does happen. So we got to call it. Usually, every time I call it, I've always had the coach question me on it. There's nothing in the rule book that says defense can't block in the back. Alright, that's it for this week. Sorry I kind of sped through all that, but we had a lot of clips to cover, and I try to keep these well under 30 minutes. So, good luck out there this week, guys. It's still hot, so try to stay cool. Hopefully it cools off a little bit. Stay hot, stay cool, stay hydrated. Be safe.